Okay, for this video, I'm going to go over some of the advanced settings in CURA. So the last video was the basic stuff, now the advanced ones. A lot of these I've never actually used before, so we're going to figure out as we go, but some of them I can't tell you what they do. So on the basic, there was a button that we hit for retraction, so we can set some limits to our retraction. So how fast the plastic is retracted when it skips from one place to another, and then how much the plastic is retracted. So let's say we enable retraction, but we're still getting a little bit of like string plastic between stops. For example, we were building something that had like 2 towers on it. If there were strings going from one tower to the next, then we would want to change some of these settings. So perhaps retracting at more than 3 millimeters, or having it retract faster. So that's something that we'll have to play with. For quality, initial layer thickness, so it's kind of similar to our shell. So our bottom layer, we want it to be a little bit thicker so it makes it stick to the bed easier, so we can play with that number there. The line width, so how wide those first extruded layers are, may give us a better adhesion to our surface that we're printing on. These next two, the dual extrusion, we don't have a dual extruder, so that doesn't apply to us, and I'm not actually sure what the cutoff object bottom is, so that would be something we'll have to play with. The speed, so these are, we can change the speed of our printer, some different things. So the travel speed, so how fast it travels from one part of the printer to the next. The bottommost layer print speed, and the infill speed. So the infill is the percentage on the inside. It's not necessarily, for most prints, really important what the infill looks like. So this one can be messier than the rest, so a higher speed for that one is okay. And then top and bottom speed, outer shell speed. I'm not exactly sure what these do, so these are things we'll have to play with. And the last one is cooling. The PLA plastic, when we lay it down, it's going to need to cool and harden a little bit before we put another layer on it. So we can set the time. So let's say we're printing something really small, and it might actually get back to the original spot before this time is up. Then it'll actually make the printer slow down or pause, allow the plastic to cool before the next layer goes on it. So that's some of the advanced settings. Again, I'm not super familiar with all of them, but we'll play around with some of them and see what we can do.